Well, look,
There's very much a lot of drive to try get the best out of yourself and your teammates. I absolutely found the community here. All these guys are very welcoming. It's just wonderful to be part of the team.
We strive for the passion in everything we do. Some would say we're over passionate, and we do cause a bit of drama on the sideline when we get that way. But yeah, it's great.
Well, good morning to all of our viewers on the FitFar YouTube page. Welcome to the semi-finals of the Asia Pacific Oceania Cup. On your screen are the squads for Australia: Dimitri Liolio-Davis, the captain, and then Ryan Seck, Chris Hastis, Luke David, Rebecca Evans, Santo Bongiovanni, Tristan Peters, and Jack Parry. And this Australia's side, top of the table, and they will face the Republic of Korea and their squad: Kwon Young-jun, Kim Cheong-il, Kim Woo-jin, Park Li-leon, Yi Seong-hyun, Yi Hyung-hwan, Sung Ki-jung, and Hong Sang-hun. And this is going to be tasty. This is, of course, now semi-finals. The group stages wrapped up yesterday evening here at Nissan Arena. And this one for a space in the final. And, of course, top two nations from this tournament going to book their ticket on the flight to Argentina for the 2026 Fit for Powerchair Football World Cup. My name's Tom Byrne. I'm joined by Matt Mallows and Jax Taylor. And we are underway, gentlemen.
That we are. It's a very exciting day today, isn't it, boys?
Yep. We see a bit of a change here for the Australian lineup. They've gone with Tristram Trammy Peters on the wing there, with Beck playing on the other wing.
I mean, I had a whole routine prepared for us just when it gets subbed on. I was going to talk about, hold on to your marketing cards, folks. The Tristram's coming on. But as Beck Evans has an attempted shot and it doesn't quite pay out. But that comedy routine didn't quite work out, did it?
Yeah, well, you maybe should have kept your cards to your chest, because we never know what would have happened in the later games today, Tom.
Well, we've always got second chances.
Not in semi-final football, you don't.
True that. Nonetheless, Beck just having a little issue that the referee's able to sort out, so we are going to play on. And now Young June with the ball, and he has had an incredible tournament so far. Now Luke David battling. Now we will, in the event that any of these matches are tied after 40 minutes, we have 5 minutes each way of extra time as Evans goes for the shot. 5 minutes each way, and then if we're still tied, we'll go to the shootout, which may well be the deciding factor as the day goes on. As Ryan Set goes along and Beck Evans tries the shot, can't quite get it through the defence. But a 2-on-1 violation against Australia will give Republic of Korea the ball.
Yeah, Sek and Evans just getting a little too close to one another there.
Now Leon playing for Young June. Back to Leon. Needs to find an out ball here. It ends up being the two defenders trying to tussle it, and Beck Evans forcing it out wide, and Australia with a throw in.
That was a very brave ball back to the keeper there from Yong Jun.
Very brave indeed. And a change in ideas as Tristan decides that it's better to have Luke David take this one. David onto Ryan Sanford's a shot. It's off the post and out. It's still in play, however.
There's a very good save from Yong Jun.
Done so well throughout this tournament, just over the past 2 and a bit days now.
Of course, we are here at the beautiful Nissan Arena, and for the first time all week, it's actually pretty quiet in the venue. We've had the futsal carnival here throughout the week, but they've all wrapped up, and it's our house for the rest of the day.
All eyes on Powerchair football.
And indeed, a 2-on-1 violation in and around the box for Korea. Give Australia a prime opportunity just in line with the left-hand post.
Yeah. Australia have been particularly deadly this tournament from those set pieces in the final third, so it'll be interesting to see what kind of variation they go for here. It looks like David is going to hit it to Beck.
Yeah, Beck Evans on the far side. In fact, it's
Nope.
on the other way, just to Peters. Now to Evans. Back for Peters. And Young Jean attempted the intercept, and Peters with a great shot. It just goes wide. Cheeky little shot, that one, and you like to see it.
Yeah, not quite sure whether he meant it or not, or whether it was just a bit of a deflection there, but regardless, almost on target.
Yeah.
Very nearly.
Peters had a bit of a chuckle when he got back into position there for the goal kick, so it's safe to say he did not mean to get that on target.
Leon playing the ball out, and Peters intercepting immediately. Now battling with Young June. Back pass from Peters to Evans. Peters again. Evans once more. Peters again going direct. And the ball will just punch it away, and a corner will be the result. And Republican Korea just making sure their formation is correct. They're playing with the black jerseys today with the white goalkeeper strip. Australia in the green and gold with that purple goalkeeper shirt. It's now Ryan Seth playing for Peters. A little bit late on that one and didn't quite get the ball away. Now can have a shot, and Young June clatters his teammate, but we're playing on. Seth to Evans, shoots and scores!
Beautiful bit of ball movement from the Australians there. Korea were definitely starting to frustrate them. They were definitely not getting the passing that they've been accustomed to in the past two matches with Republic of Korea.
But yes, after 5 minutes of intense pressure, Australia finally break through, and they have the opener here in this semi-final, and already motions on the bench as Chris Hustis is readying up. We'll see who the player coming off is, but Beck Evans already trying to have a bit of a fight with Siang Fian and wins that ball, and it will be a throw-in for Australia. And here is that substitution, and it is Beck Evans coming off. And Ryan Seth will take the armband. And we thank all of our viewers, of course, on the Fit for YouTube page. We do have the live chat open, so if you have any questions you want to ask us, well, you can see it. Hustis immediately into the ground with a great shot. Peters. Hustis, bit of a miss hit. Ryan Seth to recover. Chooses to trap, and that might be a bit violent, is a bit violent.
Tell you what, it was almost a good shout for advantage there.
Yeah, I think advantage could have been played. I don't mind the whistle being blown there as well. It was a very strong hit. And now Korea playing. I thought they were going to play 4 up, but then Wu Jin has been sent back to the box, and Leon can take this kick upfield, and Peters picking it up immediately. It's going to be a great touch finder. And with the less noise in the venue, communication a lot easier to hear. Gives us a much better insight into what the teams are thinking of playing. It's Wu Jin. Spins and tries to go down the line, and Peters sends it back to him, and Wu Jin just lets it roll away for the goal here. This event proudly hosted by the Queensland Power Chair Football Association, made possible through the support of our FitFit partners, Power Soccer Shop, the official supplier of the Strikeforce wheelchair, and Ul Sport, the official power partner of FitFA. Their continued commitment helps make this competition possible and keeps the sport moving forward both on and off the court. It's Wu Jin plays for Siang Fian. Now David intercepting. Looking towards the far side of the box, and Peters has to try and evacuate. Finds a route eventually. Seth looking for Peters. Takes the shot, and Villion with the save. Hustis spinning. It's a great ball. David can't get on the end of it. And it will be out for a throw-in.
That was a very brave spin there from Hustis.
Yeah,
he was getting shut down by that Korean defender.
Now the referee has seen a touch off a Korean chair on the way through, so Australia will get a throw basically on the byline. David. Evans shoot. Oh, it's Peters, shooting. Can't quite get it away. Sek. Peters tries the cross. Sek. Takes his time, looking for the options. Fates one way, then the other, and then Villion ends up on the ball. But Ryan Sek has to get on his bike and shut down that advantage.
Does well too.
David. Peters trying to dribble. But Young Jun shutting down, but Peters able to turn it around. And then the ball was slow in the middle of the box. Flicked away, but no Australian ready and waiting. Sek. And that's a little bit too wayward. It's going to be a turnover.
I tell you what, Republic of Korea have come leaps and bounds in this tournament. You look back to the first game they played against Australia. I think Australia were 4 goals up now by this point.
Something like that.
They were going pretty quickly in that game, and now that it's only been one, and their defence looking a lot more resolute than it had been on day one. And that is, well, as Regin attempts the ball, it's going to stay in play. Peters now flicking it long. Hastis. Sek. Intercepted, but Sek going to pick up the ball once more. Peters with space to spin. It's going to be a back pass. And Regin. Hastis. Sek. Peters, great passing by Australia. David. Peters once more. Hastis can turn and shoot. Chooses to pass. Peters back to Hastis. He spins. And it's going to be a contact call against Hastis.
Someone just needed to shoot. I mean, the passing was fantastic. They just needed to shoot.
I think the ball, if the whistle hadn't been blown, I think that next ball was the shot. But that play will never...
We'll never know.
We'll never know, as Young June now running the ball out of the box. Only as far as David. Hastis. David goes long. Young June shutting it down. Needed a bit more pace on it. Sek. All the way up the pitch. Hastis needs to rotate.
Does well too. Or never mind.
No, does not do well too there, Jackson. You went a bit early. Just got trapped in the corner, and by the time he realised that the ball was still coming, just couldn't get out of the way. And now the noise from the crowd starting to build as we enter 9 minutes left in this first half. Young June taking his time. Goes wide. Hastis picking it off. Young June and Hastis battling. Hastis flicks it away. Sek. Young June back to Sek. Goes long.
Wonderful.
Space. It scores.
That's going to go down as an own goal, I believe.
No, it was on target.
It was on target?
The ball was off the post, and then Villion attempting to make the save, put it into the net. So I'm going to think that that's probably going to go to Tristram.
Regardless, a wonderful goal by Australia and by Peters to make it 2.
It is, and 8.5 left in the first half, and the score is now 2-0 in favour of the Poweroos. Young June looking for territory. Sek just plays it through the line of Korea. It's going to go away. It's going to roll and curved away to the sideline. So a throw in for Korea will follow. Young Hyun taking his time, wants to get this right. It's going to roll down the touchline.
Hasn't gone out.
Stays in play. David ends up with it. Young June now very advanced from where he has been all week. Nice to see a little bit of a change of tactics.
I mean, even when he had the goalkeeper bib on, he was normally the furthest player up the pitch for Republic of Korea.
David still is contest with a little bit of argy-bargy now. Ball dragged into the box, and Villion just waiting. David flicking away. Peters passing. David has to shoot. Passes instead. David spins, shoots, and that's a little bit too telegraphed. Sek recycling. Goes again. Plays it off of Siang Hyun, and Young June just trapping it. Thinks about a spin. It doesn't quite fit it. Ryan Sek trying to hit the goal, and Peters through, and that's going to be off Villion, and that one is unfortunately an own goal.
I mean, Tristram Peters did perfectly there to place the ball between the Korean defence.
And now
As we see,
we have a substitution, and the Tristram is going to leave the station as Dimitri Leolia Davis enters the court.
You proud of that one, Tom?
I've worked it in eventually.
but I think that was going to be a goal either way because Chris Hastis on that far post
Yeah, he was
poised to tuck it.
Very open, yes. Sorry to cut you off.
You're
Youngjun.
fine.
It's the Youngjun going for it, ripping, and he's had a lot of power, just a little bit too much towards the sideline. But I like to see him going for it. I like to see him trying things, and that's what this is about now. Trying new things and learning. Seth. Leo Davis with his first.
Oh.
I was going to say his first touch. He didn't make connection. Now he does. Now Eugene needs to stay out of the box. And does, and I think he does with his team a throw in.
Yeah, I think it just came off of the back of Leo Davis's chair there.
Eugene. Leo Davis picking that one off. Hastis didn't really know what to do with it and just ended up kind of just tapping it. Now Hastis this time can spin and does, and it's a great stop. Ryan Seth. Leo Davis. Seth once more. Hastis trying to thread it through, and that's staved away. Goes for the second chance, trying to find that hole. And isn't able to turn the ball away, and now Youngjun with it. Attempts the pass, David picking off. Clearly on. David. Hastis, long passing now. David, rip him. Leo Davis goes for the hole and nearly getting it. Second chance, David scores.
Oh, what a wonderful goal by Dimitri Leo Davis there. Just picking out about as far near post as you can.
Yeah, that was beautifully done there. His accuracy has been a little off this tournament, so it's very good to see that he seems to have gotten it right for the semis.
Well, if there's any day in the tournament you're going to be firing for, it is today. And that's a fantastic goal from the Australian captain. Youngjun, and a 2-on-1 violation will turn that ball over.
You can sense the Aussies are starting to get a bit of a roll on here.
Seth. In fact, I've just noticed, I mentioned that Leo Davis is the captain. He's not got the armband on. It's Ryan. So they did not make a change at the last substitution.
That's really interesting there, seeing, you know, the faith that they've put in Ryan. I really, you know, obviously I've loved seeing him wear the armband this week. You know, it's great that they've continued to put faith in him.
But I think, realistically, when you're on court, the armband is a little bit of just a formality. Dimitri still is the captain through and through. As Seth winding up, and that's a brilliant ball. If Hastis had read that earlier, he could have had an amazing goal.
Yeah, he just didn't really see it coming. It was a beautiful ball from Ryan Sack.
And that's the thing, you just got to stay live on the play. Never clock off. Clearly on. Hastis swing and a miss. And Australia will hit the ball. That's one of the biggest fears you have as a goalkeeper, is hitting the ball out like that and suddenly seeing the player spinning and connecting and hitting it straight back at you. Leo Davis to Hastis. Now back for Ryan Seth. That one's just a little bit too soft, but Leo Davis finding a way, and there's a miss hit. Eugene.
Yeah, swung a bit too early on that one, Sec.
Leo Davis back for Seth. Spinning around and too early once again. Ryan just needs to calm down. Simple. Hastis. Leo Davis, simple. Can't quite get it there, but it was a great shot.
Yeah, I don't think he was quite happy with the way he got around that ball, Leo Davis. I think he was looking to place it more towards the post.
Play continues. David for Hastis. Big chance, save! And cleared away. Only as far as Ryan Seth on the 1/3 line. Seong Xian. And it rolls out of play.
So, Republic of Korea have made some absolutely stunning saves in this first half.
Yeah, I've been quite impressed with their how they've improved.
And they make another amazing save once again.
I went quiet just for the commentator's curse.
No, I thought there was that was very open as a 2-on-1 violation with Australia the ball again. The net was open, and then suddenly it wasn't.
That is how goalkeeping is meant to work, Tom. So very astute observation there.
Thank you, Jackson.
All good.
I'll
No,
take
normally
the
the net's not supposed to be open at all.
earlier Davis. That one a little bit simpler to stop. David, right of the post. Just like that, lads, we are 1 minute from half time. Do we have any thoughts on how this half has gone?
I think I've really been impressed with the some of the saves, as we've mentioned before, that the Republic of Korea have brought out. Obviously, the improvement we've seen from them this tournament has been phenomenal. And, I think they really did. They've been doing well to frustrate Australia. We've seen Australia who have had the, field position to potentially put in a lot more than 4. But, alas, the score remains. So I'm really impressed with that. Matt?
Yeah, I mean, Republic of South Korea, despite the scoreline, have been playing fantastically.
I was about to cut you off, but the play came away and, it's not going to go forward. But yes, I'll let you continue that.
Lost my train of thought.
Okay, I will we'll work our way around that as the time. Quick check of the watch, we are basically at 20 minutes now. Siang Hyun. We'll put it into play, but that's all we have. And our first half with 4 goals in it for Australia puts them on the right track to get into the final. We will catch you on the other side of this break. And welcome back to Nissan Arena here for the first semi-final of the Asia Pacific Oceania Cup. It is 10:30 here in Brisbane.
Actually, some decent weather today as well. It's only it's going to be 28.
28 is the forecast at Brisbane Central. A bit warmer in the west. Usually about a degree or two warmer where I am from in the western half of Brisbane. But scores remain 4-0 in favour of Australia here at the break. We'll wait to see if any team chooses to have any substitutions.
Now,
let's welcome the teams back onto the pitch for the second half.
So we have for the first time this week, we have control of the stadium PA announcements.
With Australia with a 4-0 lead at half.
Which is always nice to see.
Let's hear from Iqbal.
And now both teams starting to take to the field. Looks like no changes for Korea and some changes for Australia, as Santo Bongiovanni and Jack Parry are both ready to come on, which means that the Newcastle pair of Hastis and Leolio Davis have come off.
It was basically the Newcastle Jets team ending that half with second goals.
Yeah, 3 out of 4 with Luke David, the only anomaly to that Newcastle side that were wearing the green and gold as we kick off.
Now Young Jun just a little bit of dummying, I think, here, making sure he's got the right one. And now play is returned, and Jack Parry already into the game and leaving a little bit of shoulder out there. And the ball rolls out of play, and Australia will get a throw in. And immediately Australia back to their 4-up football that we've seen throughout the week. David for Sek. Bongiovanni, his first touch is pretty good. Parry plays for Sek, and now Bongiovanni again. Intercepted by Wu Jin. Now Bongiovanni spinning, and Parry had given up on the play. Sek, Bongiovanni. And once again, that's a bit too flat. Sek, and that one misses Bongiovanni, and that's going to be a turnover.
Really good statement of intent there by the Poweroos in this opening minute or so, just to show that, you know, yes, they've gotten a couple past the Korean defence, but they are here to keep playing for the final 19 minutes.
Yeah, they never drop their heads, Korea. They're very much focused on what's the next thing that they can do, what's the next thing they can do better. And that's the exact way that you want to play power chair footballers. Jack Parry attempts a cross, it's going to be flicked away. And Luke David choosing to intercept.
Yeah, the spin wasn't really on there for David.
And we're going to have a contact call here against Siang Kian, and we're going to have an apology, and referee just making sure that, yes, you can't attack the back wheel like that. Bongiovanni in open space on the far right. And Luke David's seen it too. Bongiovanni. It's going to be another cross, and Lilion just putting it away.
Doing well with that Korean defence.
Bongiovanni.
Almost finds the gap.
Parry's doing a great job of keeping this ball alive, and Ryan Seth
isn't.
Yeah, not a great touch there. Wu Jin trying to reverse into that ball, and Ryan Seth now all the way out to the box. There's a big hit, but they're playing on. Ryan Seth swing with a miss.
And we're going to be brought back here for the direct hit. I mean, he got thrown around a little bit, and he's just getting a bit fixed up here.
It was good advantage, though, from the referee, waiting to see if there was an opportunity that came, and it didn't. And I think, what's the plan here between Santo and Luke? Is there a boom on?
I would love to see a boom.
It's probably a bit close for a boom. Jack Parry has left an amazing gap on the right-hand side of the box. It is too close over, so it will be a 2-on-1 if it goes that way.
It is a bit of a tough angle if Santo wants to hit that gap that he's left there.
Well, there's a collision in the box, but we're playing on.
Yeah, guard on guard.
And now Wu Jin just taps that ball out of play. Of course, this is the first of two semi-finals today. Japan and New Zealand will face off later on today in that second semi. Do we have any initial thoughts on what that game might present, lads?
The second semi.
Yeah. As Parry very nearly has a chance. Sorry to cut you off.
Well, first of all, hopefully Paulini's feeling a lot better than yesterday. We did see him play in the last game of the day yesterday. So hopefully he'll be taking to the field again today, because they'll certainly need him. If they hope to beat Japan, they will need their entire team on the park.
June setting up to take this free kick. Just circling around the ball and now does go for it. Bongiovanni for Parry. Big chance. It's off the post and saved.
I think Parry will be really annoyed by the fact that he didn't score there. There was an enormous amount of space in the goal box. He only just nicked the post.
Very unlucky there. David trying to penetrate through the wall. Doesn't quite fit there. Now the second chance. And that's very nearly going to go in off the defence, but it stays out. David can't quite spin on that ball, and so it's going to be a little contest here in the wide parts of the field. All the way to the penalty spot now. And to the other side of the box. Needs an option. Back pass. Ryan Seth. That ball a little bit too close to the net. David. Seth goes down the middle. Cleared away. Once more. Parry. Great shot. Cleared away. Bongiovanni and Xiang Xian. Bongiovanni all the way to the wing. Doesn't quite win the throw, but wins a foul anyway. And that's the second of the half for Yi Xiang Xian.
Still no change to the halftime score here.
And there is the official no more from the referee. Santo goes for Jack Parry and scores!
Well, there's the commentator's curse.
That's
That's mine done for this week.
I wasn't going to say it, but I could sense it happening as soon as you said it.
A fantastic strike from Jack Parry, penetrated between the two defenders and puts away Australia's fifth.
That's goal number 5 for Australia, scored by Jack Parry.
And a big cheer from the crowd after the stadium announcement, and Parry once again immediately into the action. Billy on. Young June, great dummy. David puts it wide.
Now, guys, I don't know if your guys' eyes are a bit better than mine. There is a sign in the Australian crowd that I'm unable to read.
It says Go Australia.
I can see Go Australia. There is more text on the bottom half, but I cannot read it.
Okay, then. Well, we will keep you guys updated, and if we get a peek at it before this afternoon's games, we will update you all.
Jack Parry to the byline. Battling with Young June. It will be a throw-in for Australia. Options near and far. Santo needs to be careful. He can't quite spin. There is a player within range. And Ryan Seth just marshalling troops around from the back. That's what you like to see from your goalkeeper. David. It's off the back of Villion's chair. That's Young Xian battling with David. To the byline once more. The flick is on for Jack Parry. And Parry will get to it. For David in space. Diagonal ball, and it's a bit too diagonal. And Wu Jin attempts the shot. Seth. Bongiovanni. Parry's going to race under that one. Great touch. And he's going to try and dribble around Xiang Qian.
Good rotation by David.
All the way to the byline once more and wins the throw-in. Smart play by the young Brisbane striker. So young, in fact, that he's carried the nickname Jack Jack up here in Queensland for many years. David. Bongiovanni got a little bit blocked up by that one. Couldn't get it away. It's a second opportunity, though, as Harry, great shot. But Bongiovanni wants to get a little bit too early on that one. As Young June eyeing off Ryan second. That's an amazing pass. Wu Jin, nearly connected with it. Bongiovanni goes direct, and it's in. Great goal.
That was a lovely ball from Bongiovanni there.
And that's goal number 6 for Australia, scored by Santo Bongiovanni.
And with that, 11 minutes to go in the semi-final. Australia have got 6, and all systems go as they make their way towards the grand final, barring some sort of miracle.
And it looks like Republic of Korea are looking to make a substitution.
They are. I think it's Ki Jung that's moving towards the fourth officials. As David, now Parry choosing to spin and doesn't quite hit the shot he wanted, and Young June able to take it away. Now for Ryan Sek. He is all the way out the park now, and that one's a little bit too slow, and now Young June trying to get it, but he's trying to shepherd it away from David. And that's going to be a foul for back wheel.
Yeah, they've been quite strict on that in this game.
Which is the correct interpretation of the rule is you only have from the tape in front, anything behind it should be a foul.
Looks like substitutions for both sides here.
Double sub for South Republic of Korea. And it looks like...
No one's made any motion from Australia yet, but Beck Evans is there.
Looks like Kyong Il's come on. And
coming to the near side, and I believe that is Ki Jung on the far side. And the goalkeeping change as well. In fact, no, that is Ki Jung in goals, which means that it is Hong Sung-hun on the far side of the pitch.
Meanwhile, Beck Evans has replaced Luke David on the wing.
And we had a start that David played all the minutes in the first 5 matches of the week. So it's good to see him getting a little break now as Bongiovanni attempts a cross. It's a little bit wayward. Kyong-il just can't connect with it. Parry now in the central role. So we like to see the 2 youngest Australian players playing the 2 middle positions. Possibly a view towards the future. Of course, Pippa are working hard to submit an application to be part of the Paralympics in the future. And if they are part of the Paralympics, if it is here in Australia, it might well be these 2 players in the centre right now as the 2 central players at that tournament.
It was a beautiful transition there, Tom. I think you did very well.
Always a fan of good transitions. Brian Sek to Evans. Now for Bongiovanni. Evans once more. Goes herself. Very nearly finding the goal. It's off the post on the second effort. But we truly do have a inclusive, diverse and competitive sport. And we really want to show it off on the world stage. Ball played forward and Ryan Sek onto it. Bongiovanni crossing once more. Evans clenching at it. Not quite that time. And now Young June battling with Parry. Lots of communication from Australia at the moment. And the ball will roll away and Australia will get the kick in on the near touchline. 7 minutes, 11 seconds on the clock here in the first semi-final of the day. So then Bongiovanni in space, but we're going down the wing. Evans, Sek, now for Bongiovanni, spins and it's very nearly a goal. Great stop on the line. And now the play for another Australian throw. Jack Parry being marshalled to the far post from the ball, the near post to our touchline. He's very nearly in there as that one just rolls through.
Yeah, I don't think Parry was expecting that ball to go as deep as it ended up going.
Yeah, I don't think you very rarely do expect the ball to fit through the defence that close to the post. Now Kijang going for the short routine with Young June, trying to get it past Beth Evans. Santo being told to go across the pitch. And now Evans finding the ball for Bongiovanni, shoots and scores.
Lovely finish there from Bongiovanni.
Yeah, just had all the time and space and a bit of a routine one in the end, but they all count at the end of the day.
That they do, and it is 7 favour of Australia.
June and Bongiovanni attempted to pick it off. Now he and Sung Han, the two number 4s on the pitch, doing a very good tussle, and Bongiovanni wins out, has the opportunity to cross, choosing to make his own dead ball. He's hit that one a bit too hard though, it's going to roll away. You can see what he was trying to do and just couldn't quite execute.
Yeah, touch was a bit too heavy there. We see a substitution getting ready for Australia.
Get your Michael cards ready, folks. Here comes the juice train. We've got the joke in there, folks.
Hey!
I can't quite see his cheer squad in the crowd.
Oh, that's disappointing. Maybe they were watching on the live feed. If so, there's your joke. You know, Tristan Peters are very much a fixture here in Queensland. He's been playing for Melbourne City as of late. A very much beloved part of the Power football community, and it's always a delight to see him on the field. As that's a bit too much from Young June into the side of Jack Parry. Parry, if he's got eyes, but no, it's going to go down the wing to Evans. Now for Peters. It's not actually going to head to him. And there's going to be a 3 in the box foul, I believe. Yes, it is.
It's unfortunate to see things like that happen to these defences. I think just having games like this where so many goals are occurring, it can just become a bit...
Australia are making a substitution here.
Yeah, I thought I'd let you guys take over for that one as Beck Evans makes way for Leolia Davis.
Well, I was going to let you finish your point and then talk about the sub, but that's why... That's one of the... No, I wouldn't say difficulties, but the challenges of a 3-man rotation up here in the comms box is sometimes your fans trip over each other, but I think
we've improved a lot this week.
I think we've done a good job, and I think some of the comments that I've been hearing and seeing throughout the week demonstrate that they're pretty happy with how we're doing up here. So Leo Davis, 2-on-1 by... No, not a 2-on-1 violation. It's the whistle hadn't blown.
The referee hadn't signalled that play could restart yet.
So we've had a second attempt at this one, and hopefully they have a better option than that one, because that one didn't really work out very well. And yes, to confirm the question, this is of course the debut tournament for Republic of Korea. All players on the pitch making their debuts on Wednesday. So Leo Davis plays himself that time, and once again flicked away. But to think that this is only match number 7 in the lifespan of the Republic of Korea, they've come quite a long way in just those 7 games. And I think we'd all would love to see what they can do in a few years' time with a bit more experience underneath their belts. In particular, this player on the ball right now, Kwon Young-jun, isn't he a delightful player? As Leo Davis, big chance, has a go and puts it wide.
I think he needed a reverse spin on that. He'd sold the dummy. The keeper was driving forwards to block off the standard hit. I feel like if Dimitri had made a reverse spin on it, it was probably going to go in.
I heard shouts of 2 minutes come from, I believe, Ryan Sack on the pitch right now. The Australians eyeing off how how soon it is until their ticket is confirmed to Argentina.
And that is something that a goalkeeper very much, when the ball isn't at that part of the pitch, they still have a lot of jobs, and one of them is to keep the players' minds on what the job needs to be. So earlier, Davis is clear the prime opportunity. Goes for
that
it,
is
and
a
scores.
lovely shot.
What a goal to make it 8.
Number 8 for Australia, scored by
Just absolutely all the time and space in the world, and he gave it 100%.
Trammy tried to steal that. You saw him making the run.
Yeah, Tristram did try and get in there, but it was always going to be Dimitri's goal.
The pocket pincher, Peters.
Yeah, just to finish that point, sometimes a goalkeeper, their job is also about, what's the fan doing, how long have they got to go, who needs to be told to stay in the match, keep their head up. It's good to see Ryan Seth aware of those duties and taking part of them as Parry finally Ollie Davis. And now Peters, it's going to go in front of him, unfortunately. The late deflection just taking away an opportunity at the goal.
Yeah, that's a great touch from the Republic of Korea goalkeeper. If he hadn't made that touch, I'm pretty certain Tristram was tucking that in at the far post.
Parry, and that one's flicked away once more, and Parry's not going to get to it in time, and so Korea get the ball out of their own half for the first time in a little while. But Australia will get it back from a throw-in. Parry, Keong-il, back to Parry. Now for Ryan Seth in space. Going for the Ollie Davis. For Peters. Taking a couple touches, happy to just dribble it up the line. Goes for the cross. Young June shutting it down, a big chance. And if we had have seen...
He spun the wrong way there.
If he had spun the other way, we would have had a chance in the goal. And now it's going to be touched once again. It's going to be a throw-in.
And that's going to be
No, it's not.
It's not. There's no time for the throw-in in Australia. Booked their ticket into the final of the APO Cup. And also they booked their ticket to Argentina next year to the 2026 FIFA Parachair Football World Cup. And they do so with a scoreline of 8-0 over the Republic of Korea. Well, gentlemen, final thoughts on this match?
I think Australia have been phenomenal throughout the past couple of days, and I think, it was only fair for them to book their spot into this tournament, this, prestigious tournament, and I think it'll be exciting to see who joins them both in the final this afternoon and in the tournament next October. So all eyes is on the next game, I think.
And isn't it fitting that the team that comes sixth at the FIFA World Cup 2 years ago is the sixth team on the flight to Argentina?
That was pretty decent. I'll give you credit there,
Matthew, any final comments before we sign off for this one?
Not really. Pretty much all covered. Yeah. I mean, Republic of Korea have had an absolutely outstanding tournament. I feel like they've improved massively from their first game, which was a bit of a baptism by fire, as we covered earlier. So I think I'm really looking forward to seeing what they look like in future when they come to these tournaments. Hopefully we will see them at the next APO Cup.
Well, it's not quite an exit from this tournament for them yet. They still have the third place playoff later on this afternoon. We're yet to see who their opponent will be, and indeed Australia unsure of who their opponent are in the final either, as we still have one semi-final left to go between Japan and New Zealand. But for now, we're going to take a break, and we will catch you on the other side.